How's it going, people? I want to try something different. I'm focus. That's our topic for today. Trying to try something different, draw it out. We'll see if I have room for everything. But the idea is focus, intentionality. Um, Basically, I think for me right now, I'm too all over the place. Oh God, I don't have pretty handwriting for this, but let's do it. So right now, I am a little sad because I'm going in every which way. So I'm hoping that by drawing this out with you all here and talking you through it, I can kind of get some clarity on what's next. And hopefully it'll be a good exercise for you too. So there's a lot of ways I'm trying to go. So I'll kind of draw it out as a spread. So right now I recently started my master's. Okay. I said I would quit looking for jobs, but I keep applying here and there, or I'll see some things that come up. Um, there's things like this content. I'm interested in producing content of some sort, documenting my journey through life or whatever adventures I'm taking. I have family. I have a little 3-year-old, right? He takes a lot of time. I have a wife. She takes a lot of time. And we're expecting another one. So this is a big thing, family, house renovations, things like that. And for my master's, I'm doing it part-time so that I can explore personal things, which are either what we call solo dev, which is like building apps, and or game dev, which is these are pretty similar, but they're kind of doing there's a different focus. Like this is more around finding business problems to solve. This is more a bit of a passion, like making games, bringing to life the games that I've always wished I could bring to life. And then there's actually another one kind of hidden in there, which is solo dev, game dev, and man, I guess there's other things like that are happening in my life, like gaming. I enjoy playing games still. That's like my hobby. Uh, I'd like to spend some amount of time doing it. There's also running. Okay, just call it run. Running is my main form of exercise, but it takes a lot of time, especially if I have to drive somewhere. We're talking about maybe a 10-15 minute drive, a 40 to 50 minute run, 10 to 50, 20 minutes of stretching and abs, and then a 10 to 15 minute drive is like an hour and a half. And then if I'm doing that in the middle of the day, I have to shower before I feel like I can get back to any of these. So it's been pretty rough, and I think this is pretty much everything on my mind. But as you can see, this is too many things. Like we can't be focusing on everything. There's like that. I don't actually know if it's like Warren Buffett's say Buffett, his thing, but it was like 5/25, which is basically you list 25 things, things you want to do, and then you pick the top five, and then you ignore the rest. But right now, I'm kind of dabbling in a lot of different things. So we're gonna see if I can kind of cut out some of them or cut some ideas off. Like there are some non-negotiables. For me, I think running and family have to stay. I think these are the things that kind of keep me grounded and keep me going in life. Um, the masters I've at least dedicated to for the time being, so I don't really think I can cut it. Um, yeah, that could be up for debate, but I've committed to one semester. We're going to get that semester done, and then I can reconsider whether I want to keep going or whether I'd rather be spending more time on one of these different things. So, one thing that has been very helpful for me lately is from this guy, League of Legends guy, XP2. He's awesome. He has done a master's program and is a competitive gamer, and also is basically starting his own company now. So he's kind of got one, two, three going. He does some exercise. He doesn't have family, so there's a little bit there. But basically, some of the things that's been helping me with from his insight is Sleep is number one. As I say this as I'm recording at 10 p.m., maybe not doing the hottest on the sleep part, but we try to prioritize sleep over everything else. And then from that, it's like 1 per day. And what that means is there's 1 focus per day. So like throughout the week, I have 1 day for 1 class. I have 1 day for another class. So like class 1, class 2, and then right now I'm doing like a project, and then hopefully I'll have 3 project days. But sometimes this one turns into a class 3 day, whether it's homework or project stuff. So that's like been very helpful for balancing kind of everything. And then some part of every day is running, and in the morning, and then the evening is family. So that's kind of how I've been doing things. I think what I need to do is I need to cut out the job hunt entirely. I considered making like applying to Google. I'm talking to people occasionally about like opportunities that come up, but like recruiters, or friends, these kind of things are all feeding into this. And so I spend some amount of time thinking like, okay, I've got to prepare for job search, job hunt, things like that. I think I need to cut it out. I probably should stop going on LinkedIn entirely. Content is interesting because I think it can tie into a few things. So now I'm a little confused because part of the reason we're doing the masters is for the job hunt, right? So if I take out the job hunt, it's kind of like, why are we doing the masters? We're just delaying things. But I think the gaming could probably be either taken out or reduced, and that's probably what we're going to have to sacrifice. And then the content will hopefully be able to, what maybe we can do is have 2 project days and then a content day is one of the ideas. And so now I have to choose between either solo dev or game dev. And I think right now for me it's solo dev. I'm trying to like pull everything together in a way. So what we can do here is we're going to take content out and we're going to bucket it as like this is going either into one of these, right? And then, so I kind of gotta talk about a little bit more logistics, I guess, because the job hunt has been sucking, so that's why I picked up the masters. So the goal of the masters was be more up to date on AI/ML, get some more formal training, some introduction to healthcare data. That's because my profession is, where can we write it? Me is data engineer. That's me. I'm a data engineer. So I need to be I'd like to be more up to date on the latest trends of AI and ML. And I want to get exposed to healthcare data. I also want to get some exposure to cyber security, as I dabbled in that a little bit in my last one. So these are my goals of the master, is to get exposure to these things that will help guide my career. So we're saying this is like upskill plus focus. In my career so far, I haven't really had an industry that I focused on. So it would be great for me to be like the healthcare data guy, as opposed to just a random data guy who could be replaced by anyone. I want to like have more domain knowledge. So that kind of feeds into the job search. But when I'm job hunting, it's a little bit more instantaneous. Like there are skills that I need to learn and tools I need to learn, like Snowflake, Spark, and Databricks. these are tools within the data engineering DE tool set that I need to learn to get a job right now. So if I want to focus on the job hunt, I need to be focusing on these things, not necessarily these things. So that's why it's hard to do the job hunt, because they're both focused on career stuff, but I have to target them differently. So in a way, I'm hoping that this stuff can be kind of funneled into Solo Dev. Like when I make an app, I can host the database on Snowflake. I can do some data manipulations with Spark, and I can do Databricks. The difficult part about that is most solo dev endeavors, that's a good mouthful. Most of these are like simple apps, things that you can easy to test. Things like that, things you can spin up quickly, quick prototype. But if you want to really get into data ingestion, then you've got to set up a database. You have to set up a data ingestion pipeline. You have to do some transformation on that, so you can do some analytics. So it's a lot more involved, and sometimes you just don't have access to the data. So then, and then like content is going to kind of feed that. Feed the solo dev to get eyes on it and hopefully start a business or something. So the thing is, with game dev, I can't really pull in these kind of job, job related skills. So I think, as much as it would be fun to work on some games, I think I'm gonna have to cancel the game dev. So we're no longer gonna be job hunting. Every time I count myself job hunting, we've got to say, no, don't do that. You're focusing on building projects, learning these tools, so that when you are ready to job hunt like seriously again, then we're going to be good to go, and then building things up. So let's flip this over, and that might not be very pretty. I don't have another page, do I? No, I do not. So we'll just have to redo it. That's a little messy, a little unprepared. Actually, here we go. Let me get it a little bit on another notebook. Okay. Boom. Okay. So this is the new goal for Happy Chris. We're going to be focusing on masters, running, family, and solo dev with content feeding into it. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to have our days of the week. So we're going to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Weekends are all family time. To WTH Friday. So Tuesday and Thursday tend to be my class days. So class 1, class 2. Then we can have project days. Monday, Wednesday, and then a content day. Maybe do a weekly video, or set up my record 5 daily shorts, and then put them up throughout the week based on what's been going on there. So I think that's how we're going to manage it. Every day there's going to be AM is running, PM is family. So we get these every day, and we alternate these two with a little bit of that. That, I think, is the plan, to focus a little bit and be more intentional about my time and the projects I'm doing. So look forward to more of this as we put out some videos. I'm going to be working on a project to help me take notes when I test for card games, which is the gaming part that we said we'd get rid of. That's just like one of the issues I'm having, is I need the gaming kind of feeds the development projects. So I have to be very careful. About this one. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm worried that if I do the solo dev thing without taking out the other hobbies, I will run out of ideas. But we'll just get there. We're gonna try to do a solo dev every 2 months, make a project type thing. But I also have some ideas about. I watched some game dev videos about how some indie game developers work, and I think it's pretty interesting. A bit different than the solo dev advice, but that's a topic for another video. Thanks for watching. I hope this kind of prioritization, it was helpful for me to just get it out there and do it. So I hope it's helpful for you, gives you some idea of what are your non-negotiables, right? For me, it's family and running. And what is the overall goal of what we're trying to achieve? The overall goal we're trying to achieve is upskilling in career, which is we're going to be doing that through the masters and through solo dev, and also attempting to see if we can get any traction going for a business, which is these two. So there's upscaling. I should use different colors, and then there's business. So BB, upskill. So we're trying to double dip on a lot of these things, and hopefully it'll go well. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.